I saved £25,000 towards a house deposit within 3 years of finishing university. Here's everything I did which made this possible. First was making sure to save on rent. When I moved out to London after university, I made sure to rent a place that was slightly below what I could afford to make sure that I would still have extra money each month to put away towards a deposit. Second was taking advantage of every discount I could. So, for a period whilst I was saving, I still had my student discount, and I'd make sure to take advantage of this everywhere I could. I also linked my rail card to my Oyster card whilst living in London and took advantage of minimal savings anywhere I could. Third was to cut back on the number of holidays I was going on. Holidays were a big chunk of money, and whilst I needed to be saving a majority of my income, they weren't something I could afford to do as often. So instead, we would plan a nicer trip and go away fewer times a year, but make sure that this was our big splurge for the year. Fourth was learning to cook more. I quickly identified that takeaways and eating out was a big expense of mine, and by learning to make some easy but tasty recipes, I was able to minimize the number of times I was eating out. And the final step was to cut back my consumption. So anything I didn't need within these 3 years, I didn't buy, whether that was new makeup products or new clothes. I tried to get by with everything I had that could meet my needs. And unless there was something I desperately needed, I tried to avoid shopping just for the fun of it. Now I'm in a position where I can stop doing this a little bit and buy a few things I like. But yeah, it was definitely an important step in saving.